Would you say go Birds today?
Go Birds!
Go Birds. No.
Receive. Ask and you may receive.
Eagles division, NFC East.
The best division in football.
I say this is the weakest conference this year, the NFC. It will not take 10 games to make the playoffs in the NFC this year. You could win 9 games in the NFC this year and still make the playoffs.
And you have the Rams, the Eagles, the Seahawks.
Niners
are but they're always good. What about the Lions, the Packers, the Bears? Those are all
7.
great teams.
That's 6 or 7.
The Vikings. I didn't name and I didn't want to say the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are
Minnesota
good.
is not going to.
We didn't even mention any NFC South teams.
The Bucks are good. Why don't you start us off with what you think is going to happen in your own division without A.J. Brown now?
All right, guys. First off, I'm going to start it with the E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Go Birds. So, this division is going to have 2 teams that will have double-digit wins and 2 teams with under 500 win total. I think you guys know where I'm going with this, but please stay tuned listen up because I know this team I know this conference and this team and this division better than I know myself. So, the last place division team is going to be the Giants at 6-11. This team had a good offseason, signing Super Bowl winning head coach John Harbaugh from the Ravens. And they defensively bolstered themselves.
They drafted really well, too.
Yeah. They drafted Arvell Reese.
Malachi Fields.
Arvell Reese is great. Yes, Malachi Fields, the receiver from Notre Dame, I think he's going to be pretty good. Good red zone threat. Could be downfield jump ball receiver. But Arvell Reese, huge number 5 pick. Signing quarterback Greg Newsome. Greg Newsome was pretty big. He played for the Browns, and I think he's a pretty good player. Very under the radar, great starting caliber cornerback. Linebacker Terrell Edmonds. He's always been a great linebacker and starting caliber linebacker. You can argue of him going to the Pro Bowl year to year. And signing defensive tackle DJ Reader. What I don't like, though, is drafting Francis Ngouye or something like that at 10. What is wrong with you, Giant organization? I said Giant fans. Giant organization. Caleb Downs was on the board. Who
Giants
is a generational.
Feel the same way.
Everyone feels the same way.
Yeah.
Everybody feels the same way. Why would you draft Arvell Reese and then draft another defensive lineman at 10? Arvell Reese, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau. Who am I missing? I'm missing a lot. Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence is on the Bengals now.
Seahawks?
He's on the Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals.
The guy from Penn State. What's his name? Not Micah Parsons.
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter. You got all those guys. So like I just said, you have Arvell Reese, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, and then now you add this dude too, Ngouye, and there's probably someone else I'm missing. They have bolstered that defensive line. Yeah. Why did you not draft Caleb Downs, a generational safety? Now I got to deal with him being in Dallas for hopefully not the length of his career, but at least 5 more years.
You know the Cowboys, they ain't going to pay him.
Although they have a great defense, they didn't do much on offense. I think their breakout player, though, will be Isaiah Likely. Yeah. I do think he's going to be great. Jackson Dart does like using his tight end as a receiver. Theo Johnson, is that his name? He was scoring touchdowns all the time. And Isaiah Likely is now coming over with old offensive coordinator in Todd Monken that was with him on the Ravens. So I think Isaiah Likely is going to be a breakout. That's all the positive that I have to say about the Giants. Now let's talk about how this schedule is going to go. They will start 0-3. Then they will have a record of 2-5 heading into the week 8 bye. After that, they will be 3-8. But they will finish the last 6 weeks of the season strong, going 3-3 in that span over the last 6 games of the season. I think they will win 5 home games, so 5 out of their 6 wins will be home games. And I do think that they will win 1 game on the road. I have them winning, what's their division record that I have them? I have them splitting with Washington and upsetting Dallas in the last game of the season. I'm sorry, not that last game of the season.
They played Philadelphia the last game of the season, so I don't know if you want to.
I have them beating Washington. That's the only division game I have them winning. But they're going to win 5 games at home. I think this Giants team is heading in the right direction. but I don't think they did enough offensively. And like I said, they messed up not drafting Caleb Downs. I don't know why they made that mistake. Now let's talk about the third place team. And love you, Chrissy boy. That's how you know this is going to be good. But the Commanders are 7-10, which is improved from last season. Okay.
Well,
this team.
No, it's not improved. But go on.
What do you mean
They literally made the NFC Championship game 2 years ago. Now
yeah, but last season they had what, 5 or 6 wins?
Yes, but
so it's improved from last season. I'm going to start off positive. This team drafted an absolute stud in Sonny Styles, who I think will be the best linebacker in the league in no longer than 3 years. Okay, they added more defensive pieces through free agency with La'Von Chason and Nick Cross, so they addressed their secondary. That won't be enough, though, this season. The season will go like this. They'll be 0-3, just like the Giants, so both teams will start 0-3. But then they'll rally to 3-4. After that, they will be 5-6 heading into week 12. So after starting 0-3, they are going to go 5-3 the next 8 games. So between weeks 4 and 12, they're going to go 5-3. And putting together a pair of 2-game win streaks, also beating my Philadelphia Eagles on primetime and beating the Bengals in primetime, which Jaden Daniels got done. They're playing them on Monday Night Football, I believe. Yes, and Jaden Daniels did that his rookie year, throwing that touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin. That was iconic. I'll never forget that. I know Chrissy Boy knows what I'm talking about, and Philly Washington fans. So they're going to beat the Eagles on Sunday Night Football. They're going to beat the Bengals on Monday Night Football. After that, they lose 2 games, win 1 game, then lose 2 more games, and win the final game of the season against Dallas. Good season, okay?
Wow.
Like I said, they get a couple division wins. They actually beat Dallas, they beat the Eagles, and they beat the Giants. So they beat every single one of their division opponents. They get a win against all their division opponents. They win 2 games in primetime. They have 2-game winning streaks. So I think this is a pretty good season. Not a great season, but a good season. The breakout player of this Commanders team is going to be Chiga Kongwu.
yeah,
I think he's going to break out.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I think he's going to go off. Great pick in fantasy football. Great tight end to have on your team. I would honestly have him as a backup tight end and can translate into a starter depending on how quick they get him in the offense and involved. But the main problem I have with this Commanders team, I've been very positive. Now I'm going to be negative. Their offensive line. Okay, this team
Not
runs
the
through
DBs.
Jaden Daniels. I mean, I think that's just always going to be a curse that they have. Their DBs never be good. D'Angelo Hall, once he left, it was done. So they did not address their offensive line, and this offense runs through Jaden Daniels. As Jaden Daniels runs, the offense runs, and this whole team runs. And I am scared for Jaden Daniels' life. I think he is going to be looking and seeing ghosts because this offensive line is terrible.
They just
one of the
lost
worst
Tunsil too.
in the league. Yeah, and they just lost their best offensive lineman in Laramie Tunsil. Yeah, but you have to be able to protect your franchise player in Jaden Daniels. He's a baller, but the offensive line is not going to be able to give him time. He's going to be scrambling, running for his life, and I hope he doesn't see ghosts. He's got to get that ball out quick to Chico Kongwu. They addressed the running back situation in Rashad White. They added Stephon Diggs, so they're going to honestly have a short field target in the slot with Stephon Diggs. But Jaden Daniels, he's not going to have time to throw, and he's going to need protection.
Tunsil's supposed to come back around week 13. He tore his pec in training camp, but I don't see
in drills, right? It wasn't even
in drills. Yeah, that's concerning to me, and I'll touch on that later because I got a lot to say.
So now we're going to talk about the 2 teams with over double-digit wins, and we're going to go in thrilling fashion. Dallas and Philly will both start 2-0. Then Dallas is off to a better start with being 4-1. And the Eagles will be 2-2.
Yeah.
Then we win 2 games in a row, and we both meet each other week 7 at 4-2 on Monday Night Football. Eagles will win on Monday Night Football in Philadelphia, putting us at 5-2 and them at 4-3.
You guys play on Thanksgiving too. That's gonna be a
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Then we lose to Washington, and they win versus Arizona, so we're back to being tied at 5-3 apiece. Then 3 weeks later, we play each other again, with each having 7 wins on our record. Okay, we will be 1 game less than them in total games because we had our bye week and they didn't. They will take this one on Thanksgiving, which is going to be sour. I'm not very happy about that, especially because we lost to the Bears last year on Black Friday. And they will take the division lead with 6 weeks left in the season. With that being said, though, my Philadelphia Eagles will finish stronger because it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And we will finish winning 5 of our last 6 games, and Dallas is going to go 2-3. And it's only 5 games because they have a bye week in week 14. My Eagles will finish on top for the 3rd season in a row, winning this division crown. The Eagles will have a record of 12-5, and Dallas with 11-6.
Okay.
So I'm not being too crazy. We're going to have 12 wins just like the Patriots. So both of our teams are going to be 12-win teams. Last year, the Eagles were the first team to win the NFC East division 2 years in a row since 2004. And we're going to do that for a 3rd season in a row and show us and everybody that this is our division. Yes, we lost A.J. Brown, but Devontae Smith, Mekhi Lemon, Dontavian Wicks, Dallas Goedert, new offensive coordinator. We're going to run this ball a lot more, and our offense is going to run through Saquon Barkley. And he's going to show everybody why last year in 2024 he was voted number 1 on the NFL Top 100 player list. Let's not forget about the Eagles also adding Jonathan Grenard and Tariq Woolen on the defensive end. I'm excited for this Eagles team. And another thing I want to throw out there. The Eagles have the easiest schedule out of all NFC East teams and the 10th easiest schedule in the whole NFL based off last year's winning percentage of the opponents. 12-5. 11-7.
You do know the Eagles lost more than they gained this offseason, right? Which makes them technically a little worse than they were last year.
I don't think we lost more than we gained.
You guys lost Blankenship, which is really big. Or who did you guys lose?
Yeah, no, we did. We lost Blankenship.
You guys lost A.J. Brown, obviously, and then there was more players that you guys lost. I just can't all I think of them. But the Eagles lost quite a bit, and they may have not lost a lot of players, but they lost a lot of players that make a big impact. So I'm just going to say, because EJ kind of touched on everything off the Giants. He kind of took everything that I was going to say. But the Giants, they will be the last place team. I do think they're much improved. I think the addition of John Harbaugh is huge, and they're just like the Jets. They're on the upward trajectory, but I don't think Jackson Dart could stay on the field. He has a problem with sliding. He has a problem with not listening to what his coaches are telling him to do.
Another team with a bad offensive line.
Another team that has a terrible offensive line. And Jackson Dart has been in the blue tent 43% of every game that he's played.
Really?
He gets called into the blue tent almost every other drive, and it's really concerning to me. Him and Cam Scatterboo are on track to have the shortest NFL careers of all time. And I'm not saying that to be negative. I'm like, it's true. They're not playing smart. Jackson Dart, I don't see him being on the field all 17 games this year. They will have to go to Jameis.
I was going to say, took the words out of my mouth.
They will have to go to Jameis eventually. And they did have a phenomenal offseason. I do love Malachi Fields. I think I drafted him in La Dynasty, so I do believe in him. I also have Cam Scatterboo, so I am kind of looking at the Giants a little closely. I just don't think that their schedule favors them, and I don't think that they're going to stay healthy enough to contend. Also, let's not forget about the drama about Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart in the beginning of June, where Jackson Dart went up to the president's podium and started saying all that crazy stuff. Abdul Carter did not like that, and they did not get along for many weeks after that happened. I don't think they're seeing eye to eye this year. I do think a big trade happens next offseason to split them up, because I don't think...
Well, that's Abdul Carter then. He's going to go.
Yeah, I don't...
He better produce this year, or he's gone. Because he had a very underwhelming rookie
something's going to change in this Giants organization going into next season. I do think those at 6-11, they will be 6-11. I do think that they're on the right track. They just got to figure some things out on the internal end, and then they're going to be fine. But I will say, all my Giants fans, I'm sorry, but Jackson Dart is not the answer. I'm sorry.
So I saw you shake your head when I talked about them going 0-3. You got them going 0-3?
Yeah, so here's how I see them going is I see them beating the Cowboys opening week.
Okay, so you don't have them going.
I don't have them going 0-3. Here's the thing though. The next two are the Rams and Tennessee. They will lose that. Going to beat Arizona, then they're going to lose 4 in a row. Washington, New Orleans, Houston, and Philadelphia. Then they're going to pick up a win, I'm sorry, Chrissy Boy, against Washington in New York. Right? Then they go on to lose to Jacksonville, beat Indy, and then they will end the season 5-1. I'm sorry, 1-5.
Okay, I was about
1-5. They will end the season 1-5 with with losses to San Francisco, Seattle, Detroit, Dallas, and Philadelphia. The only team that they will beat is Cleveland.
Wow.
So they're going to
have them beating. You have them going 2-4 in the division, but being swept by the Eagles.
Yes. I do think that the Giants will be a little more catastrophic. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They will beat the Eagles. I'm sorry. I do have a W. That is a W. They will beat the Eagles the last game of the season because it is in MetLife Stadium. So scratch that.
I put my hand out for a fist bump when you said they were going to beat the Eagles, and now
they will end the season.
Put that fist through your chin.
They will end the season 2-2. Okay, and I think they beat the Eagles. I think, and you guys have to wait because I'm getting into that. But I don't think the Eagles will be in a winning position at the end of the season. But anyway,
can't wait to hear this one. Go on.
All right, my second and third place teams. I have them both being 9-8. Okay, just hear me out here. Hear me out. Let's look at Washington first because that is my third place team at 9-8.
It better be.
Okay, Washington.
Clenching my jaw right there.
Washington. Here's the problem. They lost Laramie Tunsil. Before that, though, I had them finishing higher than the Eagles. I did. I'm just gonna put that out there. And I also did have the Eagles losing opening day. Before you had told me that you're going to that game and the tonsil injury.
Who's going to block Jonathan Grenard? Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis.
Exactly. Also, they don't have a DB that could guard if you guys have the receivers healthy because right now the Eagles have a lot of drama going on.
Skinny
off the
Batman
room.
About to go crazy.
Skinny Batman's hamstring ain't feeling about that good right now.
He's fine.
Okay.
Lemon, I'm concerned.
Washington. The concern I have is Jaden Daniels. Can you protect him? No. Can your DBs cover anybody? Christian has been telling me how hype he is about one of the DBs that they have.
He does that every year.
I don't see it. They don't have a DB that could guard anybody. Okay, yeah, no, that was bad.
That's all I think of.
That was bad. But Washington has defensive back questions. They have a good defensive line. That defensive line is going to get after people. No question about that. They have a good... I love the Stephon Diggs signing. If you don't like him as a person, as a player, though, he's definitely going to make a huge impact.
Coming off 1,000 yards.
Coming off 1,000 yards after a torn ACL season, right? And a Super Bowl appearance. So he has that experience that Jaden Daniels will desperately need. And it gives an option for Terry now to be more open because now they got to worry about somebody else. Before that, Washington didn't have that issue because Debo was nowhere to be seen last season. Okay? My concern is Jaden Daniels' protection, and I don't think they're going to be able to protect him enough. Washington season, I have them starting off 1-2. I think they beat Seattle in their home opener. I think that is the one positive that they do have. Then they go on to win 2 more after that with the Colts and the Giants. Okay, then they lose to San Francisco. Pick it back up after the bye week. Beat the Eagles, right? Go on to lose to the Rams, lose to the Giants, lose to Cincinnati. Then they will beat Arizona, Tennessee, and then here's where it gets a little spicy. Lose to Houston, beat the Falcons, Minnesota. I see that going either which way, but I'm taking the home team. They don't play well in Minnesota. You remember what happened last year in Minnesota, 49-0.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to lose that game in Minnesota. Going to Jacksonville, they will beat Jacksonville, and then they will beat the Cowboys to end the season, hoping for a playoff berth. But unfortunately, they're going to miss the playoff berth. Now, my second place team also at 9-8, the Philadelphia Eagles.
9-8.
9-8.
Under 10 games.
Under 10 games.
You realize 4 seasons in a row we've won 11 games.
That's going to break.
Okay.
And here's why.
4 seasons in a row.
You guys have too many issues to...
We got rid of A.J. Brown. He's the biggest cancer that we had.
I don't think he was the problem.
Okay. Go on.
I think Jalen Hurts has been the issue this whole time.
But they got rid of our offensive coordinator that was causing issues.
They blamed it on the coordinators. Here's the thing. Kellen Moore was the best coordinator that y'all had.
He got a head coaching job.
I know that. I know. But ever since...
So did Shane Steichen.
Kellen Moore was the only system that hurt. Jalen Hurts is a system quarterback. And the Eagles currently do not have a system that he fits into. He doesn't.
Sean Mannion is not going to do that for him.
No.
He did for Jordan Love.
Hurts got paid, and Hurts lost who he is. His ego got into the way. I don't think Hurts is the guy going
and won a
forward.
Super Bowl.
Listen,
Bro, I can't believe
you guys been to 2 Super Bowls in, 5 years?
Yeah.
Well, that ends now. I think
We went to
Philadelphia...
2 Super Bowls in 3 seasons, actually.
I think Howie's
2 and 3 seasons.
Howie's magic has run out. I think the contracts are starting to catch up to him. Those one-year deals are starting to catch up to him. Next season, they got to pay two defensive backs. They're going to have to let one of them go because they just paid 2 defensive linemen, right? I don't think the Eagles have what it takes this year to be the top dogs in the division. And I'm saying that with confidence. Hurts is a problem. His ego is a problem. The offensive coordinator is a problem. Biggest problem, I scratched that. Hurts isn't the biggest problem. Biggest problem is Nick Sirianni. He draws players apart. He drew A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts apart. Okay? And now we saw how that turned out. They got rid of A.J. Brown. Malachi Lemon and Devontae Smith both are having hamstring injuries in camp. Smith's
bro. Fine. Lemon, he's a little bit of a concern because he missed some rookie camp with a hamstring.
And Hurts didn't prove to throw the ball well last year. Well, granted, horrible offensive system, but it brings me back. But it brings me back. The system doesn't fit Hurts. Hurts will not perform.
It's not the same system. It's a new system.
I don't think this system's going to work because Nick Sirianni's still there.
We're going to run the ball.
Nick Sirianni is getting fired this year. I'm saying that with all
if we don't produce,
intensive purposes.
But we're going to win 12 games.
I don't think the Eagles start off bad, though, right? I think they start off pretty
9
decent.
Wins.
They start off 2-0. I think Eagles start off 2-0. Then they have to go play Chicago and the Rams. That's 2-2.
Yep.
They start off 2-2. Then they go on a 3-game win streak: Jacksonville, Carolina, and the Cowboys.
So we got the first 5 games exact same.
Something happens in the middle of the season. Lose to Washington. Yeah. Beat the Giants.
Okay, so we got all those games.
You guys will lose to Pittsburgh.
No.
Lose to Dallas on Thanksgiving.
Maybe.
Beat Arizona. Beat the Colts. And then here's where it gets really ugly at the end of the season. I think they fall apart at the end of the season like they did a few years ago. Lose to Seattle, lose to Houston. You guys will beat San Francisco just to, give them back. Like, hey, you guys don't got your fourth stringers in. You guys can't beat us if you're starters. I think that they will beat San Francisco, and then they'll go on to lose to the Giants, which will put them out the playoffs. That's what I have the Eagles going this year. And
you're wrong.
I think the system is going to fall apart end of the season, and Hurts is going to struggle to produce. And I don't hate Hurts. I think he's a phenomenal scrambler. But when you have to pass the ball, he shies away from it. He seems to shit his pants when he has to pass the ball.
His deep ball is beautiful.
He doesn't have a receiver caliber
enough. You're just jealous that you have a quarterback that can't perform in the Super Bowl.
He made a Super Bowl his second season.
He couldn't produce though. He couldn't get it done.
Listen, man.
Jalen Hurts, every time he's in the Super Bowl, balls out.
He's 1-1. I hate to say it, but I just don't see the Eagles being.
You don't hate to say it. Look at the smile on your face.
I think
you love to say it.
I think Saquon's gonna have a phenomenal year. The wide receiver,
phenomenal year. Yes, he will.
The wide receiver. I said a phenomenon. He's gonna be a phenomenon.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's gonna be insane this year. The wide receiver injury concerns me, and I think that plays into that leap you guys take at the end of the year, which is a downward leap. I think the Eagles do fall apart. Hurts, his ego is going to show, and the Eagles will be 9-8, and it's going to be really, really sour for Eagles fans at the end of the season. And I'm sorry. I truly am sorry. But you guys have a tough schedule, man. You guys have a really hard schedule
in the season.
Dude, you guys end the season.
Yes, we play the NFC
gauntlet.
West.
You guys end the season.
Yeah, you're right. Seattle and Houston. We're going to beat Seattle.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not.
In Philadelphia?
No, you're not.
Sam Darnold ain't going to be able to take that heat.
No, you're not. And that takes me to my number one team, the Dallas Cowboys, at 11-6.
Okay.
The team that
have you heard? Not 12
hold on. We've heard things about the Giants in the offseason media. We've heard a lot about the whole Jalen Daniels thing going on, the whole Stephon Diggs thing going on. We've heard a lot about Washington in the media. Hasn't always been good, but it hasn't always been bad.
It's also because Chrissy's constantly in our inbox.
Yes, that too. And then we've also heard, the whole Jalen Daniels thing with the LSU number 5 has sparked a lot. There's too many distractions going into the season around that team, and I don't get good vibes. And then there's been a lot of Eagle stuff too out there. The whole AJ Brown thing, that doesn't have to feel good going into the year. You guys just lost a top 3 receiver going into this season. That doesn't have to feel good, okay? And in a new system as well, right? And then you have the injury issues all piling up. Now you have the contract talks all piling up about Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell going into next season. Why are those starting now? Have no idea. But have we heard anything about the Dallas Cowboys this offseason? Have you heard one lick out of that camp this whole offseason? They've been the most quiet team in this offseason, like, for the last 15 years. Most quiet team. I haven't heard a lick from them this whole year.
You're saying it's the most quiet offseason they've had in 15 years.
Yes, they haven't had any drama. No drama.
All right.
They've had a good offseason, too, as far as draft picks goes. They
had the best draft pick in the entire draft.
They have one of the best receiving combos in the NFL.
They now have the best one in the division.
Exactly.
It used to be A.J. Brown and the Eagles with A.J. Brown and Smith.
And they always have a good defense, as you know. And I think Dak Prescott is playing with a chip on his shoulder now. I
think their defense has too many newcomers. They have way too many new players. They didn't play together. None of them played together.
Listen, I'm telling you, the Cowboys they've been every offseason for the last 6 years, we've heard something about the Cowboys. This offseason, I have not heard one thing about them. They've just been focused on playing ball. Everybody else has been focused on other things. They've been focused on playing ball.
Okay.
And they've
now go Glaze Dak.
And they've been bringing it in camp. I've been watching these joint practices, and they've been bringing it, bro. I'm telling you, the Cowboys are coming with a different energy this year. I hate the Cowboys. I do. And trust me, there's
They going to make it past the second round?
Yeah.
Oh, God. They're going to the NFC Championship game.
No.
That's making it past the second round.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. They're making it past the first round.
Okay.
They're making it past the first round this year. And it might be at collateral damage to probably Seattle or somebody else in there. But Cowboys, 11-6, they're my top team. I like a team that doesn't have any offseason drama to deal with, because that's a lot of distraction.
You got a good point.
And that brings there's no
they ain't
pressure
get one
on
of these, though.
There's no pressure on the Cowboys this year. There's pressure on the Eagles. There's pressure on Hurts and Jalen Daniels.
There's always pressure on the Cowboys. They're America's team.
No, I don't see that this year. I see Jerry Jones taking a step back and being more persuasive to his team. I see him doing things that is actually going to work for one time in his life. And you know, there's been allegations of people wanting him gone, but I don't think the Cowboys have any backlash for the first time in since we were kids, man. I think they're coming with a different energy this year. The Eagles have a lot of questions to answer. Hurts has to step up. Jalen Daniels has to step up. He can't be protected. And the Giants will be the Giants. I mean, so I'm sorry to say it, but Cowboys win this division, and they're gonna break the Eagle streak of winning the division.
Cool. Well, I want y'all to know that I predicted the Patriots to win 12 games in the division.
Listen,
and that was before we recorded this video. Okay, so going into this video, Seb knew that I chose the Patriots to win the division. And he repays me with the Eagles winning 9 games, which we haven't done in 5 years. We've won 11 games.
I did have y'all at 10-7 until I saw that Seattle game on your schedule.
We're going to beat Seattle. We're going to beat them in Philadelphia.
Listen, Eagles
on Sunday Night Football? Saturday night. On Saturday night? Yeah, it's over.
Eagles could easily go.
We play Indianapolis on Sunday.
Eagles could easily go 11-6.
It's a short week.
I see them going 11-6. I just don't see them.
12-5.
I don't see them beating teams like Seattle and Houston.
No, we're not going to beat Houston.
They're definitely not beating the Rams. The Rams, though, are one injury away from doomsday.
Although we could beat Houston. Quinion shuts down Nico. CJ turns into a pumpkin.
I want to be positive for your sake and for Christian's sake, but the way I made the schedule plan out.
All right, so Jake, Kaiser, all the loves, Augie, you're going to love this video.
I don't want Cowboys fans to be happy. I don't, but
George too. He's going to be. They're all going to be super happy.
I got the best feeling that they have that they're the most focused team in this division.
Okay.
They're the most focused team.
I like your logic. I mean, I don't like it, but it's a good point.
They're the most focused team. Everybody else has some crappy thing going on out of their camp. I think it's between the Eagles and the Cowboys to win the division this year, 100%. And it's going to come down to what they play. Here's the thing. Here's one more point that I'll make. This division this year, it's going to be about who performs the best in the division and in the conference. Yeah. If you're going to lose a game, lose it out of conference game.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, so we're going to beat the NFC West.
That's what I'm going to say right now. The winner of this division is who performs the best within the division and the conference.
Well, watch us beat the Seahawks. They play in the NFC.
You guys got to beat teams like Houston, Jacksonville, who else? Chicago, Tennessee. Those are the games to lose if I were you. So, anything else that you want to add?
Saquon Barkley, 2,000 yards.
That's fine.
Jalen Hurts MVP.
That could happen, yeah.
Jalen
Hurts MVP is not going to happen.
1,300.
But anyways, I'm sorry, man. I told you, I'm out for blood this year, right? I'm out for vengeance this year.
Okay.
I don't care if anyone's feelings get hurt. I love you, and I love a lot of people in my life, but I don't care about feelings this year. You could hurt mine all you want. After what happened to the Patriots, my feelings can't be hurt no more. All right. You got anything else to say, or is that it for you?
Go Birds.